All right. It says we're live, but I am waiting for everything to catch up here. There we
For
go.
confirmation.
There's that. Okay, it's on my laptop for sure. Now I'm going to pull it up on my phone here.
I don't know why yours is faster today. Mine's slow.
Has yours not caught up yet?
There it goes. Now it's there. That was really slow. So I'm going to have more of a delay on comments.
All right, so let me go to channel here. There we go. Oh, turn that down. We don't need an ugly echo there. All right.
Right? Okay.
Well, hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Trying to minimize this. There we go. So you can see comments a little better. There we go. All right, all set up. Set up and ready to go.
And there's Greenery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comments, so obviously Heather and I aren't the ones talking behind the scene for our studio name today because we're right here. So Greenery is the one typing behind the Pink for studio name. So that's who you're chatting with whenever she chats with you in the comments. And today we're going to do a sneak peek of our May release that's coming out on Monday.
It feels like we just did this and here we are again.
Next month.
Perfect timing. I know. Comes so fast.
It does, right? So before we get going, we're going to go over all of our usual stuff that we normally do. First off, hi and welcome to everyone, especially if you're new. Feel free to let us know in the comments if it's your first time joining us, or if you're new to Pink for Studio. We'd love to welcome you. Heather and I probably won't see as much of that once we start creating. So this is just a big blanket hello and welcome, and we're glad that you're here. Both people that have been with us from the get-go and people that are just finding us.
Yeah.
So we do give away $15 gift card codes at the end of live, and I'm going to let Heather talk.
So Greenery will pick a $15 gift card, usually two, because we've got the two. You get both of us, so you get to win 2 times. So she'll pick 2, maybe one in the middle, one towards the end. We'll just kind of keep an eye on whenever she decides to pick those. And the way you enter to get those is just what everyone's doing already. Leave lots of comments in the chat. I just see Wendy popped in to say she's new. That's a great, you can do that. You can ask questions if, and Cindy, this is her first time joining a sneak peek. Well, hopefully we're not too crazy for you. We have a lot of fun together.
Sneak peek day is a little wild.
But yeah, leave all those comments in the chat. Ask questions if you have them. As Leah mentioned already, sometimes we miss those once we start crafting because we get a little busier. But Greenery should catch any of those that we miss. And if all of us miss them just by some chance, because everything's moving fast, ask again. We're not ignoring you. I promise. And if you know an answer to a question, feel free to chime in and answer that. One other way that that you can earn an entry is by sharing this video and then popping back and letting us know that you did that. It can be in an email, a message, on your own social media. If you're part of a crafty group and you know it's allowed with the rules, feel free to do that. Just double check that. We don't want anyone to get in trouble. And then come back and just leave us a comment letting us know you did that. And that is an additional entry. And then not necessarily an entry, but we always love and appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button for us. That just helps our reach, helps more people find us. So we appreciate that.
Yeah. It's definitely super helpful for the reach of the video, both now and when it's on replay.
Katrina wants to know if they can have extra sneakies.
Well, you're getting quite a few today. Yeah. So I think
one main one.
You'll be happy.
Yeah. Got a few going here.
We do. Seems like we've got a few people that are either catching us first for like live for the first time or first time catching a sneak peek. So
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Susie. It's so funny. I was just talking about the fact that my hair actually wasn't really cooperating with me today because I've been up since like 5 a.m. So thank you.
Nice. That was perfect timing.
All right. Well, I think Heather is probably still waiting for her hot foil system to.
Actually, you know what? It's hot. It's hot and ready to go. I just noticed.
Hot and ready to go. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get going. So we're gonna switch down to our desktops. We're gonna just go simultaneously today because we're both kind of doing different things. So
we're just gonna kind of go for it.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Mindy. I see Mindy's here with us.
Mindy. All right, so we both have out what we're using, what we're featuring today. This is our new Pretty Blossoms product suite. It's one of our latest backgrounds. And as you can see, Heather is going to be foiling today, and I'm actually going to be heat embossing with the cling stamp. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get my Misty or my Misty stamping platform ready. So since it's a cling stamp, you do need to remove the mouse pad. But what I have found is I actually get better results if I put in a little one of the paper pads that you can get for your stamping platform, kind of as a shim. That helps me get a better stamp impression. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and then we will get going on the stamping. Color foil are you using today, Heather?
I am using one of the satin metallics variety pack, just the one that's the more traditional gold. There's like the gold and the
Pretty.
champagne and I know kind of the pewter silvery tone a little, and then the rose gold. And I'm just going traditional gold, keeping it simple
Nice.
today.
Well, surprise, surprise, I'm using gold pearl embossing
all
powder today. So I'm
And Leah's using her favorite color for anyone who's worried.
yeah, I'm not doing anything too far out of my comfort zone. It's been a long day already. I've already taught an online class really early in the morning. So I'm kind of going with my status quo today.
And while you do that, while my foil machine, I just want to add in, I know Leah kind of mentioned, but there's a coordinating, once we get to it, you'll see there's a coordinating die for this that cuts out. So you're getting the full panel. It covers an A2, but the die makes it super duper duper fun.
The die is what helps set this, I think, what helps set this design apart. Because you can, of course, use it without the die.
Yep.
But when you use it with the die, you all are, not to be punny, but you're just going to die because it's awesome.
All right, and I am moving on here to my hot foiling. So I'm going to pop that out of my machine. Sorry for my small desk that is not showing everything as well as I would like. I'm going to go ahead and get this, run through my die cut machine.
Oh, weird. I'm gonna switch out my cardstock because somehow there's like water on this. So I'm actually gonna, I gotta pivot for a second.
It's totally fine.
So let me get a new piece of cardstock and redo the powder tool because I don't want to have water droplets.
And Katrina was asking about the gold pearl. It's by Wow.
Yes, I use gold pearl embossing powder from Wow. It's one of my favorites, one of my go-tos. It's just a really nice, delicate light gold.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the reverse foil on this. I wasn't gonna to save time, but I might as well give
Since
you
I had to start over.
Yeah, but I can do my first reveal here.
Oh, look.
So let's see how that came. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This background, even just hot foiled like this without the ink blending, it's already such a beautiful, intricate. I just feel like it's super elegant and fun. But wait till you see it with the, and Lori's asking if we have a new favorite color with the new unreleased colors. I feel like
the entire set of Chasing Sunsets. Absolutely, hands down my favorites.
That's true. That one is probably, I think that one was kind of my idea. So I'm kind of a little special place in my heart for that one because we were going through all the colors and all of a sudden I was like, wait, I know what else we need. We need one more. Let's have one more.
Exactly.
I'm just going to sit here and look at the shiny.
I think I got a really lovely stamp impression here. So I am going to just go ahead and move this off camera. I'll clean it later just for the sake of time. I'm going to just get this heat embossed. So here is the embossing powder. It's Wow Gold Pearl. And once it heat sets, hopefully my camera will portray it well because it's just beautiful when all is said and done. Okay. I need a bigger canister of this.
You just need to buy a few and dump it into a bigger container.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do. I wish that this came in one of those like big jumbo canisters. I think they're so much easier. So I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do, Heather. I'm going to have to just buy multiples and dump them into one of those plastic holders that I use.
Okay, and I think my hot foil plate here, my solid one, is almost hot and ready to go.
Okay.
About ready.
Okay. I think that has good enough coverage. I am going to get this
Oh, there it is.
set aside here. Get that precious embossing powder dumped back in its canvas canister, so I waste as little as possible.
For sure.
All right, and then I'm going to heat set here in a minute. So if my audio mutes or gets a little garbled, pardon me, that's the reason why.
And while you do that, I'll do the solid hot foil. My plate's hot, so I'm going to go ahead and just go for that. So that's a big one to heat emboss, so that'll keep her busy for a few minutes. I'm going to set my foil pretty side down on the solid foil plate, add my cardstock, my shims with 1 piece of 100-pound cardstock as an extra shim in there. Get that out of the way here. And then with the solid foil plate, I like to run it all the way through and then run it back. On the normal one, I don't, because I feel like I get more overfoiling. But the solid foil plate, the more time, the more heat, the more pressure, generally, the better. That within reason. I'm sure that too much of a good thing is still too much. But let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's take a peek at this solid foiled image. And we got a perfect impression. I noticed I had a little, like a scrap of paper there, so I have a little dent, but that doesn't even show. And especially if I die cut this, you'd never even see. So here we have the original and the reverse. So the two different looks. And there's Lea's heat emboss. It looks like just finishing up. Perfect timing.
Finished here with the feed embossing. So I see a couple of areas where either I might need to re-ink my embossing ink, or it's possible I just didn't press hard enough. But the great thing about it is it's mostly in a couple of the flower centers, and I'll just add jewels over top of those and no one will ever know.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it, huh? That's what bling's for.
Absolutely. It's handmade, not Hallmark. It's okay if it's not perfect.
For sure.
All right,
All right.
I'm just waiting. I want to make sure I don't smudge any of this. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure it's nice and set.
Do you want to talk about your colors that you're going to use when you start ink blending?
Sure. I didn't stretch too far out of my comfort zone today. I'm going to use Coral Reef and Apricot for my flowers, and then Aquamarine and Mermaid Cove for my leaves.
And I'm gonna do some different, I'm gonna mix some blues and purples for my flowers, kind of just go the opposite end of the spectrum of Lea, and then just do traditional greens for the leaves. So I'm playing with some different combos too. Allison, the foil I was using it's part of the set, the Glimmer Satin Metallics. I think you can buy that one individually. It's the more traditional, just gold tone. Answer that question. Okay.
Okay. I've been
Right.
cardstock a little back into place after it got a little warped here.
Aha.
All right, get some tape. Tape this guy down here.
And this, I think I'm upside down. Yep.
I keep losing little pieces of hair, so I keep finding them on my desk.
Oops.
Right, make sure this is in camera view. It sure is. All right.
Okay.
Got some people who are excited about the scrapbooking event happening this weekend.
Yes.
It's going to be super fun.
Almost here.
All right. So we are, do I have this the right way? I don't think I do. I think I have to flip my image around. I do. Pay no mind to what I'm doing over here right now. There we go. That
I did the exact same thing. I had mine upside down too.
Better.
You weren't watching, but I did the exact same thing. That's funny.
Oh, really?
Totally spun it around.
Okay, if you're new to our stencils at all, we do have them numbered in the upper left corner, and then there are little alignment guides. However, you're going to notice that Heather and I are not using those alignment guides today, because when you are aligning them to a stamped or a foiled image, all you do is you align the stencil openings to that image. So you forego those alignment guides. Those are only for if you're using the stencils alone.
Yep. And I'm waiting so we can start blending at the same time.
I know, I'm getting there.
Because I'm a nice friend like that.
I'm the slow one.
That's okay. You were talking.
All right.
I gotta decide where I want to go.
I'm going to start out with a little bit of a bigger brush for my first layer, and then I'm going to move down to our more detailed.
And I'm going to start with detailed, so that'll help slow me down. So maybe
there we go.
Catch the same
That'll
speed,
help
right?
Heather and I stay on pace together.
Gotta take what we can.
Exactly.
I just love our blending brushes so much that I can't resist using them.
Oh, I totally get it. I'm just a little bit better at bigger areas with a little bit bigger of a brush. I feel like I have a little bit better control over not getting blotchiness. I think you're just better at that than I am.
Nah, probably not. Maybe I'm just not as picky.
Maybe.
All right. I'm also blending like dual tones, so I'm kind of doing
That's
the
true. That
operating.
makes way more sense. And I'm doing all one color for sure.
So I think that makes a big difference. Where do I want to do that one? I'm just picking one side of each of these and kind of blending that in my purple tone, that soft lilac. And then I'll come in here in a few minutes and blend the other side with the blue.
Nice.
We'll just kind of get a fun.
We're doing all coral reef on this first layer, so I'm not doing anything special.
All right, I call that good there. And then, oh, and I am going to grab, just because I don't want to mix my purples and blues too much. So
Wendy is talking about her she got the second generation foil machine, and I actually purchased one as well, and I still haven't taken it out of the box yet. So I'll get there one day.
I think I might have it too.
Hoping that my second generation one pulls out a little bit easier than my first gen one. Okay. I feel like I am good with stencil 1.
Oh, you're ahead of me then, because I'm still going slow.
You're doing dual tones there. I'll wait for you.
Yep.
Kathy, the name of this product suite is called Pretty Blossoms. It's a 4-piece product suite. It has a stamp or cling stamp, which I use, a foil plate, which Heather used, and then coordinating layering stencils and a coordinating die, which we'll both use here a little bit. Well, we're using the stencils currently. We'll use the die at the end.
There we go. Almost there.
All right.
Just want to get them blended in the middle there. I already love how these two colors go together. That purple.
Those are
and
very,
blue,
very pretty.
how they mix. It looks frosty, wintry.
It does. It looks wintry. I used two-tone on my sample that I created for the release as well.
Okay.
But I think I did pinks and purples.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Reveal number 1.
Look at how pretty it is with just one stencil.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Stencil number 2. So stencil number 2, there's a combination of flower details and then also more flowers to color in, full ones. So if you line up the ones that have not been colored yet, it actually makes all of those flower details fall right into place.
Super duper easy.
Yep.
Got my ink colors. Or not my ink colors, my brushes. I know what I mean.
You do. And I'm switching over to apricot ink. And yes, I'm going to do apricot ink in the coral reef details. And then when we go to the next stencil, I'll do vice versa. So pink and orange are complementary, so they can absolutely be used together.
All right, and I'm just going to make sure I go over the same areas that I did purple with my next purple layer. I'm going to start with that, and then the same with the blue. Just kind of be careful. Not that
and I did make the switch over to our 1/2-inch brushes. Now that we're kind of in a little bit more of a detail area, or not as big of surface areas for me to blend anyway. just want to take a peek. Oh yeah, I like how that looks. I'm not blending the apricot extremely deep inside of the coral reef. It's definitely more, I'm doing it more subtly for sure. Matthew, all of the products that Heather and I are showcasing today will be available on Monday morning at 7 a.m. Central.
Or you know it.
Yep, soon, soon, soon.
Oops. Okay. Almost done with the purple. Thing here. Okay. Then we're going to do a quick some of that extra purple off. And then we'll switch over. So I'm using Candy Violet and Seaside because I'm still mixing those two colors.
Very pretty. I've just got a little bit left to do here.
And then of course, you have to mix the colors a little so they kind of overlap and you get that.
Absolutely.
Ombre. Like half the fun of it is that effect.
I am happy with that.
This is definitely the time where you're going to be ahead of me.
It's okay.
This was a good plan for me because it kept me from being way ahead of you.
Absolutely. Oh, apparently I ink blend with my pinky out. I don't think I knew that. I have no idea.
Now you're gonna have to watch and you're gonna be
I'm
overthinking
gonna have
it.
to watch now. Oops, sorry. Apparently I'm a fancy ink blender.
Yep.
And I am ready whenever you're ready.
I'm almost there. The last little spot there, I think. Make sure I hit everything where I want. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me clean off a tiny bit of the ink just so it's not so overwhelming. All right, ready?
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Ah, so
Look at
pretty.
how, and then look at with it, with the gold. Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's so pretty.
We're not having any fun at all, clearly.
Zero fun. Zero fun over here. All right. Stencil number 3 is just flower details. So basically, they line up pretty well with the embossed lines inside of those flower details.
Or hot foiled lines, as the case may be.
Or hot foil. Yep, sorry. Basically, the stamp, does whatever the design is.
The outline.
Lines it pretty well with the outline.
Yeah.
And basically, as long as you get it inside of the flower and not outside, you're good to go.
You're pretty much good. And there's little lines that actually match up with some of the lines pretty well. So
Yeah.
pretty easy. All right.
Okay, I'm switching back to Coral Reef, friends.
Hey, and I'm going up deep and dark. So very carefully.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna blend some Coral Reef in to my orange flowers. I'm gonna make just a nice corally orange tone for the detail layer on this one. Basically just gonna be opposite of what the other flowers are that we just finished.
Yep. This one's going to be quicker though, because there's not.
This one, there's like 4 little areas to clean. So this one, or clean, the ink blend. So
But we have to clean them too.
I have to clean them, I guess, eventually, but it's really not the word I meant.
We just always think about cleaning
Uh-huh.
and help ourselves. The necessary evil.
Yes, it is. All right. I am ready whenever you are ready.
I am ready.
All right. Big reveal. Oh, and just so you guys know, that was actually stencil 4. We did switch the order a little bit just because we wanted to do all of the flowers at one time.
Yeah. And then move on to the greenery.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to be just doing one color for the greenery, I think. Pretty sure.
Same.
Okay, my tape is losing its stick, so we're going to get a fresh page.
All right. Greenery, pretty easy to line up. You just line it up with
kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, the stamped or foiled lines. Pretty easy to line up there. I think I got it a little off when I put my tape down, so let me try that again.
And then I just stuck my finger in my ink. That was smart.
Oh, fun.
Got off before I
Like my tape is a little getting a little. Oh, there we go. I lost comments on my phone for a minute, but I think they just updated. There we go.
all right.
All right, so I'm using aquamarine.
I'm using
my first
grassy
layer.
knoll. I'm going traditional greens. I did the flowers a little whimsical.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm not doing traditional greens because I rarely do traditional greens.
Yep. Well, it's so fun to do different ones, but sometimes it's fun just to default back to,
Absolutely.
like I said, I'm already doing the flowers different, so I might as well keep the greenery a little more consistent.
All right. And so I opted for using one of our 1/2 inch brushes again, versus just a bigger brush. So I would have a little bit more control over where the ink goes. And that allows me to do like a deeper gradation. So blending quite a bit deeper at the base of the leaf and then blending it out to be nice and soft as it gets towards the end of it, towards the end of the leaf. Takes
Yep.
me a little bit longer to blend this way, but I do like having the option.
It gives you a more fun effect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the same, getting it deeper at the base. I'm not going super light on the way out because I still want to keep everything colored well, but I'm definitely getting it deeper and darker at the base of it.
Someone called us rebels, Heather.
If they only knew, if they only knew.
Right? I think I'm probably only rebellious at crafting.
Right? 100% the same. That is not my personality in general.
Ooh, that will probably cut away. I think I got my brush
You see
under.
what Cindy has to say?
What did she say?
Do you see her comment? These
Nope.
two ladies are wonderful. I've never watched them before. They like to razz one another.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes.
We love each other enough that we have fun messing with each
Yes.
other.
If I make fun of you or whatever, it means I love you.
Right.
So that's how you know I love you.
That's what makes these combined lives so much fun.
All right. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Okay.
Are you already way done?
Not way done. I just finished
Okay.
a few seconds ago. I was ready.
Okay. Ready?
Ah,
Oh my goodness.
how fun is that? I did already use this
So
one
fun.
once, but I hadn't gotten like this color combo, so I'm kind of thoroughly enjoying.
It is pretty. I've used it once as well, but I had a bit of a different color combo as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
So-
the easiest is line up with those stems, huh?
Exactly. So this one, if you just line it up with the stems, because those aren't colored in yet, the rest of the image pretty much falls right into place.
And
Maybe a couple of little adjustments here and there, but
I'm still doing greens, but I did realize I guess I'm mixing from two different color families for my green, because I did grassy knoll, which is from one of the green families, and then I'm doing Emerald City for my next layer. So
well, there you
I
go.
guess I'm still mixing colors a little bit.
I'm not mixing colors at all.
Nope.
Well, I guess I did in my flowers, but I'm not in my stems. I'm just going one shade up to Mermaid Cove in the aquas.
I just love the fun of mixing and matching different. One thing I love to do on leaves is mix blues and greens. There's just something
That is
super
really
fun
pretty.
about those. Or like aquas and blues. Ah, that's fun.
It is very fun. I agree.
You know what? I feel like it did. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I think it shifted when I taped it down, so I'm not lined up. But that was it's already too late because where it's not lined up is where I've already blended. So we're just going to call it good.
Oh, well, put something
never
over
even
top of
know.
that.
We'll never
Throw
even
the sentiment over top.
right? It's probably not even as noticeable as it is now. I'm just looking going, I kind of messed that up. Oops. I was talking and looking at comments and not paying attention. Multitasking crafting doesn't always work,
Right.
but it's okay.
It'll work out.
What did you say once already? Handmade, not Hallmark.
Exactly. What do I have left? Oh, let's go over here. Okay.
All those little hidden
Just
ones.
losing my track here where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Headed.
The groove.
Yeah.
Like sisters, Sherry. That's a good definition. We're like sisters. In fact, we get asked that all the time if we're sisters.
All the time.
No, not officially, but we can just call it that by choice.
Sisters from another mister.
There you go. All right, you ready?
Ready?
I'm ready. Ta-da!
Look at how different they turned out.
So fun. So magical.
Right?
And wait till we die cut it. Like this is already fun, but
The die cutting is even more magical.
Mhm.
All right.
like a
I'm
whole
going to
lot.
just set my dirty stencils aside. I'll clean them up when we end the live stream. But just for reference, if you're new to stencils, we just spritz each one with a few spritzes of isopropyl alcohol and wipe them clean with a dry cloth. And then they're ready to either be put away or use again because they're instantly dry.
Love that trick.
All right. Are you die cutting first or are you going to work on the sentiment first?
I was gonna die cut first, but now I think I'm gonna die cut first because then I think I'll wait to do a sentiment until I'm fully convinced of where I'm at
Sure.
and what I want to do. That might
And
change.
that might be the wrong way. Yeah, it was.
I know I'm like, which way was right side up? Because I thought I had it backwards, but nope, I did not. It
You
was
guys
right
are
side
going
up.
to just die over the way that this cuts
Die
and it
how
just
the
out.
die work.
Yeah. It's so lovely when all is said and done.
It really is.
I'm just taking the time to get it nice and lined up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty big die and it's got some pieces, it's got some intricacy to it. So you definitely want to take that time.
I'm gonna
To
die
make
cut
sure you-
now because I'm also gonna die cut my solid foil. So I'm gonna do this.
And I'm about there too. So we might both be off camera here for a second while we cut, but we'll be right back.
Oops. Right. So here we go, the magical moment, as promised.
Right.
Look at that. There's one that's stuck in there, but how?
Yeah, this is really stuck in here. There we go.
I know it's stuck in mine really well too. Look at how cool that is, you
Look.
guys.
Oh, I got some tape lift on there. Go.
I'm gonna
Look at
Head
how
over
cool
for-
it is when it cuts out all of those middle pieces. It's
Mhm.
just so fun.
I mean, and as is, it's already
Diabolical.
an
I
awesome
love that.
background. What's that?
Somebody goes diabolical.
That's awesome. Oops, wrong side. No, and
Love
even
it.
just as it is as a background is so pretty. So this is just like the next level.
Right? It's like a beautiful background alone, but then you cut it out in the intricate nature of by cutting the background. So then like your card base color will pop through and kind of almost be like a background to your flowers. It's just awesome.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna
Okay,
quickly here,
I need to poke out all of my little things.
and I'm gonna
first.
put my reverse one here real quick so that I
Okay.
got that version already. And I don't
Makes
know if I'll
sense.
use it today, but I want to show it off. So
Of course. All right, do I have, oh yeah, I have more down here. Normally I would just whack this on my glass mat, but it can be pretty loud and I don't want to hurt your guys' ears. So I'll
Okay.
use our little craft pick tool, our dual tip embellishment tool to poke them out. All right, there. I think I got them all out. Put those in the garbage. All right. And then Heather has finished die cutting the solid foil background.
it's a little off only because when I did the solid foil, I missed a little bottom corner there, but if you trim this down anyway, or
Just
put-
trim it down, or you can put a
Yes.
frame over top of it.
Yep. So I'm not too
Super
worried. But
fun.
still, it gives you the idea. Like I said, my little tiny missed spot there, but kind of a fun option as well. That makes sense.
And you guys will see on the card that I made for the release, when I share it later on next week. I did foil and I solid foiled. And what I did is I actually didn't die cut out the solid foil piece, and I just flipped it underneath and put the flowers on top. And so it just kind of, some details just lightly poked out underneath the flowers. So lots of different ways that you guys can use these.
For sure. Okay.
All right. Sentiments. So I'm going to be using a sentiment from one of our other stamp sets that are part of this release.
And I'm going to use one from another one that's part of this.
So
So
I'm
this is
going
the
to use
extra
the
sneaky.
You Are So Great from our handpicked flowers. This is another stamp set that will be releasing.
And I think I'm going to use that Hope Your Day is Beautiful. I might just use the hello. I haven't decided yet. So I think I'm going to start assembling first, and then I'll come back to the sentiment because.
And I'm going to heat emboss mine. So I am going to start working on my sentiment because I'm going to heat emboss mine to colored cardstock in white. I'm just trying to decide which color I want to use.
Okay. And I got gunk on my desk there. So glass mats and rubbing alcohol do a really great job of cleaning those too. Another bonus. Ah, so much better. It just felt like sticky, adhesive-y, gooey. I didn't like it.
That's the worst.
All right.
I have a hard time deciding which color. It's a little, so I think it's between the two lighter.
I'm going to try and decide which card base I want. Oh, so it's already really pretty on the purple.
I'm going to use orange. All right.
And the blue.
I have my little mini Misty here.
I think I might have to
get a sentiment done here. What am I doing? That is not the magnet, Leah. That is the stamp.
Now I got to pick which card base.
Let's do this to the edge here. And I'm going to heat emboss mine in white. So do a little prep with an anti-static tool. Oops, I have to find my embossing ink. There it is.
Here we go. Like I said, I'll get to the sentiment a little bit, but I got to pick. I want to do I want it on blue? Do I want it on purple or the light? I think I'm feeling the light. I feel like that light tone is just.
Yeah,
soft.
I like the lighter.
Yep. Let's the colors pop a little more. And then I've got already a stitch scallop rectangle. I cut that biggest one from, I think it's gold pearl. It's some matte gold colored cardstock. So.
Right. And I'm just going to use my go-to Wow opaque bright white super fine embossing powder. That's a mouthful to say.
You right?
It's my favorite white powder.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and just put some tape runner on the back of my frame here. And then I'm going to trim down the florals so that they tuck behind. I know it seems super sad to cut those down, but I think it's going to be pretty that way. And right, Diane, it would look beautiful on a clear, like an acetate card base. This one would be amazing for that. I can totally see that.
I missed everything you were saying because I was heat embossing.
Oh, no, someone just said this would be really pretty on a clear base, like a clear acetate with that background. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
so I was agreeing with.
Really great. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use a little mini die cut machine to cut out the sentiment because I don't really feel the need to break out the whole thing. And then the coordinating die set for handpicked flowers does have a die for the two larger sentiments that are included in it. So I have a way to cut this sentiment out here.
I'm just gonna stick that down and then I'm just gonna grab my scissors. As soon as I find them, where did I put my scissors?
I don't know.
Don't you hate when you do that? Oh, you know what? I
Yes.
think one of my daughters robbed them. They were on their desk. That's why I can find them. I feel less crazy now, at least. Maybe I should have done this before, but I'm just going to kind of pop back behind and trim that from behind. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, I'm going to cut a few more layers out of this so I can stack a little bit. I'll only get one. We'll see here. Actually, I think I have another piece of this little cardstock that I can grab if need to.
All of a sudden, trying to be really careful. So
people are chatting about our upcoming holiday event with the stamp market. That's going to be such a fun addition. Yeah, I can get 3.
All right, now I've got that. Okay. Can you just see when you pop that up with foam, how it's going to have like that window behind
pretty.
there?
Love it.
I'm halfway
like a framed wall. It's like framed art.
I know part of me is like, the back there could be turned into a shaker. I don't think I will today. I don't want to complicate, but that would be really pretty. But just the shadow alone already is going to be fun. All right, now I can start thinking about what I want to do for the sentiment, where I want to tuck that.
Let's stack my sentiment here real quick while I'm thinking about it.
I might even just go with the simple hello. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like that's, I know, then it just leaves those florals to kind of shine. So we'll see. We'll put that on there. Maybe I'll stamp them. We'll stamp them both and then we can decide. Stamp and die cut them both. It takes the same amount. We don't have to commit yet. We don't have to commit.
Our holiday event will likely just be holiday cards. We do try to put a good selection of product in there. And registration starts on June 30th for that event.
Yep.
Okay.
In the past, a lot of people have taken it to create kind of different, whether winter or non-holiday.
Yep.
Something. So there's that option, but it is definitely focused more on holiday cards.
Okay. Right, I got my sentiment stacked. All right, now it's kind of my turn to figure out. Heather kind of already went through her like fussy figuring out what you're going to put on what. Now it's my turn.
And I'll be working on sentiments over here.
3 different card-based colors that I want to try out. That is way too much pink, so that's a no. And then I almost
never know until you get to the moment.
Too much orange, so I feel like I'm going to go with the blue. Funny, the light blue card base as well.
Hey, same these,
right?
Okay, I think we're going to call that good. I think that's
maybe. I'm having a hard time deciding. Actually,
it's always hard, especially when multiples would look at it, just changes.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like one.
All right, I'm going to put some foam tape on the back and see what it looks like when it has a little bit of dimension added to it.
And I'm going to die cut these sentiments. So this as just as the set that Leah mentioned also has a coordinating die for those 2 little word sentiments. So where did I moved my Nifty and left my freshly stamped sentiments in there. That's not very helpful. Jennifer, we love to hear that you love. We work really hard to make our sentiments useful
and unique.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
and
also
of course, we got some good general stuff in there too, but
yeah,
of course. We definitely like to have heartfelt and unique sentiments for sure. Kind of feeling like Heather over here with the foam tape.
And I haven't even got to the foam tape yet. Right, I'm gonna die cut. I'll be right back.
Okay. Great. There's that. I think that might be enough foam tape. Actually, let's get just a little strip for these little edges here. I definitely don't want my edge pieces to sag in. So let's some pieces on those final areas. And I think I'm going to be good with foam tape here.
Laughing at the convos about winter and everything cards.
Winter like just ended where I live. So
yeah, it is going to be.
and now that it's popped up, I want to see which base I prefer it on.
That's the same. Now I'm picking what.
So I am going to pop my sentiment up on a little heart just to give it some differentiation from the background. I'm really feeling the blue, guys. So I think that I'm going to stick with my gut. It's a little bit lighter shade of that aqua blue than the greenery, but I actually think I like that because it kind of emulates sky in the background.
Oh, I like it. Maybe that's why I like the blue on mine too.
Yeah, maybe.
Blue.
And I think I am preferring the ivory glitter over the, yeah, I like the ivory glitter over the gold. That gold's just a little too much for this one. Okay. All right, I've made a decision.
Good job. That's half of the hardest part.
Yes, it is. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate that.
Here I go with the foam adhesive. Now you know why Lea was making fun of me.
Well, I mean, look at me. I did the same thing, Heather.
Yep.
You're in good company.
True, true.
And my foam tape is sticking to my fingers. Come on now.
Not helpful.
Okay, so this might be a little bit off camera, but I need to be able to see where I'm sticking this. So I don't want it to be totally off center on the card. So sorry if part of this is a little off camera, friends.
Got to see what you're doing. It matters.
Yep, that does matter. And yeah, I may need to trim a little off the but that's it.
Okay, we're almost there.
That is so fun. I just love it. Hey.
It's rather satisfying. Okay, one more. And I might have I didn't see your foam adhesive all the way, so I might have beat you for foam adhesive. But not that it's a competition.
That's not.
Now I have to peel all these little bitty pieces off. That's where my regret comes in.
Regrets when you add on all of the foam tape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, getting a little bit of foam on my art piece here. Oh, I can just sit down there. Okay. And so this guy, I think it's going to sit right here. And then the sentiment's going to sit on it so that it has a little differentiation between that background. Do I like it on the left or do I like it on the right? I think I like it on the left where there's that.
Okay. Now I gotta get mine square.
Now again, this one I'm having a hard time deciding. Right? Left. I think the left. Right? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I think left.
Wait, let me see. See what the other.
Okay, hold on. There's left.
Uh-huh. Left.
Right.
I like left.
Thank you. Okay, so glad it wasn't just me. That was totally leaning towards the left. Okay, perfect.
Okay. And I'm having kind of a, I'm wondering. I'm just pulling some of my extra. I'm hoping these are even still in stock because I didn't really plan ahead for something to tuck behind my sentiment, but I'm really liking the hello. I just feel like it needs to, nope, not the glitter. Might have to cut that again. That many others. Maybe we'll add a little ink blending or something on that and tuck a little banner on there.
I'm going to just use liquid glue to glue that sentiment down to the glitter paper. Because I stacked the sentiment with a few different layers, it has some nice little added dimension to it already. And so I don't have to try to get teeny tiny little pieces of foam tape in there. I can just glue it down.
Always nice when you can simplify that, huh?
However, it does take a little while for glue to set on glitter paper.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure I have it nice and centered, and then I'm going to place a clear stamp block on it to help that glue adhere. So I don't use clear stamp box for anything really any longer, but it is great for helping set your adhesive. So I'm gonna pull out some jewels. I think I'm just gonna add some jewels into the center of my flowers. I'm not sure if I'm going to use peach fuzz or ballet slippers, so I'm going to pull out both.
There we go. I lost my blending brush under my desk, under my laptop. There we go. All right, how do I feel about that?
All right, let's see here. Do I want pink? It's the wrong side. Do I want to go with pink? Or do I want to go with peach fuzz? Let's see. They both kind of look the same.
So
once you put them on there.
You're going to be so ahead of me. I'm still finishing my sentiment. I'm going to add the little secondary sentiment because I couldn't decide if I wanted it or not, but I do. I'm going to use that beautiful one, and we're going to add another little sentiment on there. Need a smaller scrap, but I don't have one, so we'll just go with the big one. This will be easy though. Little tiny dainty.
I think I'm just going to randomly pick one or the other, because they pretty much just look similar. Oh, Lori, I have a ton of triangle trays. I just tend to, when they're in the little bins like this, I don't tend to use the trays because they've got a built-in holder. So in the lid. Never fear. I have more triangle trays than somebody probably needs.
Okay, let's trim this down. I might have to add my bling afterwards. We'll see. I guess we're not doing too bad for time.
Fine, we're fine on time. I'm just ahead of you somehow, which is unusual.
I think you had more of a plan for sentiment.
Maybe.
I was a little more unsure on that. Okay. I think I could have cut that a little tighter, but close to the middle. Let's see. We're just gonna.
I don't love that.
All right, I'm liking that. So hopefully those I didn't look to see if the banners were in stock, but I'm just kind of hoping that.
I don't think they are, but
guys,
I could be wrong.
It's rather a minor part of this, so we'll just hope that I didn't have time to look and it was a on the fly decision. So,
but I'm sure they're on reorder, even if they're not.
They should be back soon. I need to change the angle of that a little bit. I gotta figure that out.
I think I need a jewel over here. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. No, maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave. Oh wait, there. No.
Time for a little bit of.
There we go.
You got a plan?
Yeah, I got a plan.
There's so much going on these that it's hard to figure out where do you want to.
I know, right?
I really should cut out more of these sentiments to stack, but I didn't, so I'm going to just go with little tiny bits of foam adhesive and all that good.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and place my jewels. This is where we get quiet.
I know, we're both like, hurry, finish. All those last.
Yeah, and then Kinnery's going to be picking 2 winners here shortly for the $15 gift card code. So she will, who the winners are in the comments, and we'll keep an eye out as well.
That's what's on foam. I am going crazy with the foam just because
Heather's adding lots of dimension to her.
we are. This is a hand delivery one. Although I'm doing for this, the banner that I'm popping up, I'm just using a little bit of it's the Simon Says Big Mama foam tape. So it's a little bit thinner, so it'll still pop it up, but it won't be quite as crazy.
Nice.
And then that we might be kind of crazy and not pop that one up on foam. I'm just going to add that so it kind of tucks into the top of the banner. So we'll break up that foam somewhere.
I do think that you could totally do a layer of like a glitter paste with these stencils, Lori. I think that would be a lovely addition. I'd never think of grabbing something like glitter paste when we're live just because it takes time to dry. So it's not real conducive to live. So
All right, so I still need to add bling, and maybe I'll do that while you watch for the winners and
sure.
repost those and just see if I have anything that would go on here well. I'm kind of thinking be a moment for some.
All right. Greenery has posted 2 winners.
Oh goodness,
for the 15. She was fast for the $15 gift card code. Congratulations to Louise Shaw and Jeanette Cloyd. You've won a $15 gift card codes today. So in order to claim your prize, send me an email. My email is leah@pinkfreshstudio.com. There's no H on the end of my name, so just LEA, pinkfreshstudio.com. And give me about 2 to 3 business days to be able to get back to you on that. And I'm just going to go write down those names so I have them.
All right.
While you're finishing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a minute anyway, so might as well enjoy that.
Yes.
All right, and I think I'm gonna keep it pretty simple here to start with for now, and just do a little bit tucked around on kind of some of the big, and then a little row just on the side of the banner. It feels like that kind of finishes that off a little bit better. And then I don't know, we might add some little ones. Yeah, actually, I kind of do like that. Little tiny ones in the middle there. Perfect. We'll just do that. I like that, and it's simple, and I don't have to think about it too long and fiddle with it. So that was I'm trying to remember if it's lavender or soft lilac is the jewels on that one, but anyway you look at it, it's a good one, and it matches well.
I think it's lavender is what we called that one.
I think so.
And Greenery is heading out, so she is heading out for the day. So Heather and I will finish up once she's glued down her jewels.
Fortunately, the hard part's done, and it's just getting them stuck down. I don't have to figure out where to stick them. Always the slow part.
This turned out super fun.
I know.
I love the little heart. Cute little addition there.
Same.
Oh goodness, I feel like I have a huge mess.
I know, this felt like a messy card today. Definitely a messy crafty day. I think there was just so much going on. It was just like shove it to the side and keep going. Okay,
Right.
we're done. We're both done. So we can do, there we go. Totally different. Can you guys even believe those are the same?
We use the same exact product.
I mean, sort of. I use the stamp, but basically the same.
Yeah, same design.
So fun. All right.
Alrighty.
Switch the camera on and say goodbye.
Yeah.
The sun came out and it got hot in here, so I feel like I'm suddenly really all sweaty and hot. We've had unseasonably warm weather in Washington.
Well, congratulations to the winners.
Yes.
Yay. So congratulations on winning the $15 gift card codes today. I'll be on the lookout for your email, but like I said, give me about 2 to 3 business days to get back to you.
Yeah.
And other than that, we do have scrapbooking live on Thursday, right? With Kathleen.
Yes. Yep. I'll be with Kathleen.
And that will be, and then next week.
Yeah. And next week will be the release. So release.
Yeah. So the products Heather and I used today other than the couple of dies that have already been released, will be in our shop on Monday at 7 a.m. Central Time.
Yep, yep.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you for
And
joining us.
hopefully we'll see you in the comments on Thursday.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.